Have you ever experienced a headache so intense it feels like a hammer pounding inside your skull? That could be a migraine. Migraines are more than just severe headaches. They're a neurological disorder characterized by recurrent, throbbing head pain that can feel debilitating. But the discomfort doesn't stop there. Migraines often come hand in hand with other unpleasant symptoms like nausea, vomiting, and an increased sensitivity to light and sound. The exact cause of migraines remains a bit of a medical mystery. What we do know is that they involve a combination of factors: genetic, environmental, and neurological. It's not a simple case of A leads to B. The development of migraines is a complex process, influenced and triggered by a range of elements, from your genes to your environment. It's a complex condition, but let's delve deeper to understand the causes and triggers of migraines. Migraines can feel like they come out of nowhere, but there are usually some underlying causes and triggers. Understanding migraines begins with a look at our own genes. There's a strong familial tendency, suggesting a genetic component to migraines, making some of us more susceptible than others. It's like inheriting your father's eye color or your mother's laugh, but in this case, it's a predisposition to these debilitating headaches. But it's not all about genes. Our brains also play a significant role. Abnormalities in the brain's nerve pathways and neurotransmitter imbalances can trigger migraines. Imagine a city's traffic system. If the roads are clear and the signals are working correctly, everything flows smoothly. But if there's a disruption, say a broken traffic light or a roadblock, chaos ensues. It's similar in our brains. When the nerve pathways or neurotransmitters are disrupted, it can lead to migraines. Now let's talk hormones. In particular, estrogen. Fluctuations in estrogen levels, commonly associated with menstrual cycles, pregnancy, or the use of hormonal contraceptives, can contribute to migraines. It's like a hormonal roller coaster ride, and for some of us, that ride includes migraines. But even with these genetic, neurological, and hormonal factors, migraines don't just happen. They need a trigger. These triggers can be as diverse as stress, lack of sleep, specific foods, bright lights, and strong odors. It's like these triggers flip a switch in susceptible individuals, activating the migraine. The etiology or cause of migraines is a complex interplay of this genetic predisposition and environmental factors. These triggers can activate a cascade of events, leading to the characteristic symptoms of migraines. It's like a domino effect, with each trigger knocking down the next domino, leading ultimately to a migraine. Now that we understand the causes, let's take a look at the pathogenesis of migraines. Migraines are not just simple headaches. The pathogenesis involves a complex process in the brain. So let's delve into this process to better understand what's happening when a migraine strikes. At the heart of this process is the trigeminal nerve, one of the primary nerves in the brain. When a migraine begins, this nerve becomes activated. Imagine it like a switch being flipped, setting off a chain reaction. This activation leads to the release of certain chemicals known as neuropeptides. Neuropeptides are like the messengers in this scenario, relaying signals between nerve cells. One of the critical neuropeptides involved in migraines is called substance P. When released, substance P travels to the brain's blood vessels, causing them to become inflamed. Now picture these inflamed blood vessels like a swollen river during a heavy rain. They press against adjacent nerve fibers, causing pain signals to be sent to the brain. This is what we perceive as the throbbing headache characteristic of a migraine. But that's not all. Other neuropeptides like calcitonin gene-related peptide, or CGRP, also play a part. CGRP contributes to further inflammation and pain, while also causing light and sound sensitivity, another common symptom of migraines. But what triggers this whole process? Is it a certain food, a lack of sleep, or perhaps a stressful event? It's different for everyone, and that's where the complexity of migraines really comes into play. A trigger for one person might not affect another. This individual variability makes migraines a challenging condition to manage and treat. This pathogenesis process of migraines is a fascinating area of ongoing research. Scientists are constantly striving to understand more about the role of the trigeminal nerve, neuropeptides, and the inflammation of blood vessels during a migraine attack. With each new discovery, we come one step closer to finding more effective treatments and, perhaps one day, a cure. With this understanding of migraines, let's explore the treatment options, including homeopathic remedies. Homeopathy offers a unique approach to treating migraines. focusing on the individual as a whole. Homeopathy is a system of medicine that emphasizes treating the individual, not just the disease. It aims to stimulate the body's own healing responses, addressing the underlying causes of health issues and restoring balance. When it comes to migraines, homeopathy takes into account the unique symptoms, triggers, and overall constitution of the patient. A variety of homeopathic medicines are used in the treatment of migraines, but the choice of remedy depends on the unique characteristics of the individual's symptoms. Here, we'll discuss 5 commonly used homeopathic medicines for migraines. First, we have belladonna, often used for sudden, intense headaches characterized by throbbing pain. This type of migraine is often associated with a flushed face and sensitivity to light and noise. Next is gelsemium, which is typically indicated for migraines triggered by emotional stress, anxiety, or anticipation. The headache is usually accompanied by a heavy, dull feeling in the head. Iris versicolor is another homeopathic remedy, suited for migraines that come with visual disturbances, often referred to as an aura. These migraines might also bring along gastric symptoms like nausea and vomiting. The headaches may be associated with a burning sensation. Then there's natrum muriaticum, often prescribed for migraines triggered by grief, stress, or hormonal changes. The headaches may be throbbing in nature, and there might be a craving for salt. Lastly, we have sanguinaria canadensis, which is indicated for migraines that typically start on the right side of the head and may be associated with nausea and vomiting. These headaches often worsen with movement. These are just a few examples, and it's crucial to remember that homeopathic treatment for migraines is highly individualized. Always consult with a qualified homeopathic practitioner for a thorough evaluation and personalized treatment plan based on your specific symptoms and constitution. Remember, in homeopathy, the effectiveness of a remedy depends on the unique characteristics of the patient's migraine symptoms. Always consult with a professional for the best treatment approach.